Satellite, 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 satellite. Jingle, single, radio, video, satellite, satellite. Jingle, single, radio, video, satellite, satellite.
Before we examine the influence of the mass media on culture and the process of globalization, it's important that we have a basic understanding of what is meant by the media. Media is the plural of the word medium, taken to mean a channel, form or path, usually of communication. The media as we know it is for the most broken into four main divisions. Print media includes newspapers, books, magazines, flyers or leaflets, posters and billboards, although the last is usually used for advertising. Basically, print media is whatever you read. Broadcast media includes radio and television, sound and pictures transmitted by signals from local stations or via satellites from overseas broadcasters. These signals are received on radio and television sets wherever the signal reaches. Audiovisual media refers to films and videos viewed at the cinema or at home on cassettes, VCDs and DVDs. The internet is part of new media and is also often grouped together with radio and television in the category electronic media. Through computers, one can connect to the World Wide Web and access information, entertainment and send messages to others who have access to this technology. The original use of media was to inform people of important announcements, news and current events. Gradually, as technology developed, the media also became a means of mass education and entertainment. In the last half-century, the impetus for information education has taken a backseat to entertainment. New types of programming or formats developed such as infotainment and edutainment, which place a larger value on the pleasure derived from watching, reading or listening than what messages are communicated. We will look at what determines content later. Here in Fiji, the media has continued to play a large part in not only informing the public, but shaping public opinion and providing entertainment to a pluralistic society, which means finding the lowest common denominator. In other words, playing down to its audience rather than trying to lift the standards of literacy and critical thinking of people. For the purpose of this presentation, I will limit my study to the medium of television, primarily because of its dominance in the global media industry, but also because of the impact of the audiovisual media on media users. Television reaches a large group of people at the same time. It's emotionally involving, it gives a false sense of intimacy, and has a perceived immediacy. Television was introduced into Fiji not because of the demand of information, but because of the demand for entertainment during the 1991 Rugby World Cup. Fiji Television was given an exclusive license in 1994 and, despite the exclusivity being revoked, still remains the sole commercial broadcaster of television programs in Fiji, with the exception of the Trinity Broadcast Network, a satellite rebroadcaster of programs from a Pentecostal television network in America. Today, television has grown to be the dominant medium in the country, surpassing even radio, which has ease of accessibility and until now greater range. Fiji Television now claims to have not only 80% of the population as viewers, but 100% coverage in the Fiji group. Fiji Television operates Fiji One as a free-to-air channel and 3 pay TV channels as Sky Fiji. This year, Fiji TV began operating Sky Pacific, a regional satellite-based pay television service with up to 15 channels of movies, music, sports, entertainment, gossip, and programs available. Fiji One is free-to-air. Sky Fiji costs $40 per month plus installation charges of $100, and Sky Pacific will set you back $400 to $500, and that's just for installation. Fiji TV has 15 programs which it claims are locally produced, broadcast a week. These include 5 daily news programs, from half-an-hour news bulletins to 5-minute vernacular news breaks, 3 current event programs, 1 weekly news roundup, 1 police information program, 2 government propaganda programs, a children's program with just local presenters in between cartoons, sports programming, and a music program of a local presenter between foreign music videos. In contrast, it broadcasts 34 overseas produced programs a week, including the rebroadcasting of ABC TV from Australia between 10:30 p.m. and 3 p.m, and 6 religious programs produced and paid for by new religious movements. All programs except the children's program, news and government programs are sponsored. Today, technology has revolutionized the media industry. News stories can travel the world in an instant by email. Pictures can reach millions of people. A good example of this is the recent Rugby Sevens World Cup. The tournament was televised to approximately 300 million homes, with an estimated television audience of 700 million people. Although the final game ended at almost midnight on Sunday night, the Fiji Times published photos of the game and celebrations, as well as reports and interviews, and the paper was on the newsstands by 5 yesterday morning. And technology is still developing. Another impact of technology has been in the types of programs produced for television audiences. In Fiji's case, at least 69% of programs broadcast are produced overseas, satisfying Fiji TV's policy of a minimum of 10% local content. Yet these imported programs are produced for a different audience, within a different society and different cultural values with different symbols and rituals. As a result, these programs distort our own sense of reality. These images and realities are manipulated to shape our own values, to justify certain behavior and lifestyle. Yet they, for the majority, are produced not to inspire, educate, inform, or entertain us. These are merely the packaging in which the capitalist values are transmitted. The reason? The majority of TV programs are produced by major television networks and studios, which in turn are owned by multinational and transnational corporations. The Fiji Times newspaper is owned by the transnational corporation News Corporation Limited, which also owns media outlets around the world, including the Fox TV network, Fox News and Fox Sports, and motion picture studios such as 20th Century Fox and Fox Searchlight Pictures. Until recently, News Corp owned broadcast rights to all international rugby matches played by South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand rugby unions on the Sky satellite network, also broadcast here in the Pacific under Sky Pacific, operated by Fiji Television Limited. Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation therefore owns a large slice of the global media cake. Others include Disney, which owns ESPN Sports Network, the Disney Channel, ABC Network, Touchstone Pictures, Walt Disney Pictures, and Miramax Pictures. General Electric owns the NBC Network, Viacom owns CBS Network, and Time Warner owns CNN and Warner Brothers, among others. These corporations spend millions of dollars not only on making programs and promoting them, but lobbying US government for concessions and favorable treatment, often using the same lobby groups as tobacco, pharmaceutical, and weapons manufacturers. This reveals them not only as mere television producers interested in storytelling through the audiovisual medium, but as calculating, manipulating profit makers. Almost every network or studio named has made a program or movie you have watched on television. The corporations that own them also own companies that make products that we import and buy. From soft drinks, food and fashion, to mobile phones and unashamed promotion of capitalist values, transnational corporations work to generate profit, not just in selling their TV programs, but their products through these programs.